Hello guys, welcome back to Tailor Straight. Today I'll be showing you how to connect the back piece of a suit with the front piece after you've arranged. So now for the back and the front, you can see this is the front. We've pressed and we've trimmed it. So carefully see how this trimming is. This edge is not yet sewn, and this allowance inside is already fully sewn. This edge is not sewn, and you can see this allowance is slanting to this edge. Slanting, there's allowance in here. Then for the back pattern, let me bring it full the screen so you could see. For the back pattern, turn it inward. You can see how the trimming is done. The trimming is done. See how we balanced it. So if you don't understand how to go about making the back, I have a video on my channel. You can just check for the video and learn how to pattern the back in this manner. And for the front, I think I do have another video that shows how to go about most of the things about this front. So we'll go deep into connecting it and how to connect it. Now, because of how you've cut it, how you pattern it, you don't just go straight ahead to start joining this together this way and upward. You might have issue of here not balancing or here being raising up a bit, not sitting as it's supposed to be. So what you're going to do is you're going to layer this on top of the front piece. You're layering the back piece on top of the front piece. Now the things you bear in mind is trying to make the down part align and making sure this line is giving you a straight and good look. So you balance it this way. After you balance it this way, you're going to raise up this, raise it up carefully and see how the balancing is. Now you can do well to just pin it to avoid it moving around. So you can pin it. So after pinning it, you still come back to check what you just pinned and make sure it's balanced. Make sure it's balanced. Now let me go back inside to explain this inner part. You can see their lines did not completely align. Both the front piece and the back piece, the lines didn't completely align, but it's fine because the out look is perfect. Your problem is not about the inside trying to align, it's for the outside to look the best. So you're not just going direct to sew as I explained earlier on. You first do this to make sure it's balancing, and then we're going to machine now. Let me show you how to stitch it. The inside might not be balanced. As you can see, the back piece is a bit below the front piece, just a bit, and for this part you can see they are not really the same. So this is not an error, it's because you are making the outside sit well. So sometimes the difference might be even more than this. It's still fine so long as the outside is balanced. The outside is the most important part compared to the inside. So we go this way. So your stitches is going to start just immediately after this line. Immediately after this line, the stitches is going to start. And look at this crease. This crease that is being made here, this fold that is being made here on the back, your stitches is going to stop inside of it, just inside. So let's just make this. So immediately you reach the center of the crease with your stitches, you're taking it up with your 1/2 inch sewing. We're going all the way up. So we'll take out the pins. I'm coming back here to check what we just sewn. So look at the line. Look how the line aligns that of the vein. When the line is giving you a curve or a bend, is not going straight to that of the back crease, then there's something wrong. You have to make sure this line is going straight from your stitch. This seam line is going straight as well as this particular vein crease. So one other thing you should look out for is after sewing, because you placed it inward this way, after sewing, this part is a bit excess. There's nothing to worry about. We're just going to, that is why here is not sewn yet. You're just going to fold it a bit and give it a good press. This way it gets to align. You're going to fold it just a bit and give it a press for it to align. So you do the same thing on the other side. So before we close in the lining, let's go and open press this part. Okay, so after stitching this, we're here to press. I know some of you will be tempted to notch this so you could have a good press, but my advice is don't notch this place. For a bespoke suit, you're expected to be able to do fitting, and after the fitting you might want to adjust, either add or reduce or do anything for the suit, which is not an issue. It's not the fact that you are not an expert, but because you want to have a more good look for the suit. So this might affect that in case the person later on add weight and want to still likes the suit and is looking for ways to add it. You see, you can have allowance here, but once you notch it, it's gone. So this is how you press. You can press. So as it is this way, I didn't notch it. I'm just going to keep it this way back and press it down. So you can see it's looking very flat and fine. So for the down part that I said is having a bit excess, so this is how you keep the suit. Just take out some of this hemming so you have freedom to do that. So this edge is accurate, but this other side is a bit long, so we're going to be folding this part just before the edge. We just fold a bit, and as well as, you know, the lining is folding a bit as well. So you can see this was where it was folded before, this notch, but this notch is where it was folded before, and we just not folded this extra for it to get balance. So let's have a look of how the front look like. So this is it. This is how lovely it looks, and we'll do the same thing for the other side and couple the rest. So as I told you, we've sewn this lining already to the front piece. The lining is sewn, so this piece is attached. But this part that we left open, we're about to close it. So you can see the stitches. Let me open this so you can see it carefully. So this is the back. This is the back, while this is the front. So the front is yet to be attached, while the back, this place is already attached. So sewing the back and the front, there's a bit allowance here, this allowance. So this is what we'll be covering now, this particular allowance. This place that is not sewn, you hold this place this way, this lining, you don't allow it to go down. You allow it to go down. You hold it this way, turn it over the center of the bend, center of the crease for the front. Turn it over this way. And then stitch. So we're going to sew from the down. Remember, this allowance we left, this place, this stitch is starting from, that is where this stitch is stopping now. That's where we're stopping this particular stitch, from where the other stitch is starting from. The back stitch to make sure it's firm. So look at it carefully. So make sure you turn this right. So you can see how they are close, the kiss around here. So go in. This allowance. This one as well, you bend it forward. Both that for the back, and for the front you bend them forward and you join this lining. So just immediately you start stitching immediately after this line, this way. You can see how balanced it is. We'll just hem here with hand stitching, hem here with hand stitching, press it down. Do the same thing for the other side. Thank you.